Do you think a revive feature fits in the design of Deadside like you can see in other survival or competitive games? If yes, how easy or challenging should it be to revive a teammate? And what would the limitations be to keep the battle gameplay balance at all times? That's what I want to talk about in this episode. As of right now, you cannot revive anyone, but you can respawn at a specific location using reputation points after getting killed. That allows you to reappear not too far from your team, and because it requires reputation points, the feature remains rather balanced because you cannot just reappear on the battlefield too quickly while fighting other players. The obvious downside is that you cannot use that feature without reputation, and some locations might still be locked even if you have enough reputation points. But what if you could revive teammates during battle? I think a revive feature would have its place in Deadside, but it would have to be designed in a way that it does not compromise the current pace of PvP. It would have to be something that is challenging to complete and something that requires risky investment in the first place. So I have 5 aspects, 5 game design elements in mind to achieve this: pre-requirement, usage limitation, casting time, cooldown, and risk of failure. So those 5 elements would be used as follows. First, you will need to purchase from a trader a one-time consumable and hold it in your inventory in order to have access to the revive option. Similar to how it works in Arma 3 Exile, you will need to purchase a rather expensive medkit, and you can only have one of them in your backpack, not in your jacket, vest or trousers. That would be the pre-requirement aspect of my design idea. You will be able to have only one of them in your backpack. Once you have it in your possession, reviving a downed teammate would have to be done when at proximity of them and within a limited time period of 2 minutes, which starts as soon as your teammate is down. Once that countdown has reached 0, the option of reviving them is no longer there. However, if you manage to reach your teammate on time and revive them, the only item, the only medkit that was in your possession is consumed and removed from your inventory. That is the usage limitation aspect. And to make things more interesting, the action of reviving should not be direct, but should have some sort of casting time. That said, the ability of quickly and easily cancel the action of reviving will be a must, especially if you become aware of enemy players trying to charge you. A simple movement will be enough to cancel the action. That'd be the casting time aspect, but there could be more to say about this when we talk about the risk of failure. But first, let's talk about the cooldown. Let's say you have already revived a teammate, you've used your medkit, and it has been consumed, and you find another one shortly after. I would be in favor of having a short 5 to 10 minutes cooldown before the option of reviving becomes available again for the players who have already used it, and obviously not those who got killed. This would encourage teamwork, where you'd have to make sure your squad members who haven't used the items yet, who haven't used the ability to revive, understand how important they have just become within the team in the event that another player dies. It also puts more pressure on the rest of the team, especially those who have already used the revive option, forcing them to protect other players who haven't, and forcing them to adapt your strategy, and thus improving the tactical aspect of the game. Now let's finish with the risk of failure. Now, I don't think this should be an aspect by default, or it shouldn't be too hard, since it's already pretty frustrating to randomly fail such actions and lose the item, especially if you've spent a lot of money to get it in the first place. But the risk of failing to revive a teammate or to succeed in doing something will become more interesting if you actually have control over it. The best thing for that is to run time-limited minigames to complete, to achieve actions. So I would be in favor of, yes, for the risk of failing to revive a teammate, but please do not make it random based on numbers or percentage. Give me a chance to be skilled at it, give me a chance to succeed if I'm careful enough. And the minigame is probably the best way to do this. So that's how I would imagine the option of reviving teammates to work in Deadside. Let me know in the comment below how you would imagine a revive option in Deadside, if you actually think it has its place at all in the game. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel to support the Road Foundation. And if you like those little videos, debating about potential new options and improvements to put into Deadside, please let me know as well in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.